Hello, and today we'll be looking at another video or another episode of what if the British or what if the United Kingdom tried to form another British Empire. Um, so yeah. Oh, and yes, as you can see, I did draw in the colonial borders. There was not much thought into this. I just kind of drew it how it looked, or I don't know. I just drew lines, to be honest. So yeah. So yeah, to start off this, we actually see a coalition being formed that will consist of Argentina, it's the first one to join it, which makes a pact with Brazil. And soon, the South American continent gains members in this coalition, as they do see the British as a threat to them. And we'll have a pretty big coalition up here, as well as the coalition will spread to Africa. And basically, these countries intend on sending the message that is, hey, if we don't try to defend our land, they're going to pick us off one by one. And yeah, so join us and fight together and free our continent. And well, yeah, all of Africa is going to agree to that. Obviously it's for a good reason, because, colonialism is never good in Africa. And so, with South America and Africa united against the British Empire, or the new British Empire at least, we see one last contestant, which is Turkey. And let's start this war off, where we see one of the first things happening is Turkey running over most of the British claims over here. They do hold on to this strait over here, which is a problem for the Turks. And we actually see the British taking land over here. They were kind of prepared for this, but not really. They really weren't. This is leading to a lot of failure, because these African countries do not want these guys here, and these colonies will have pretty big uprisings within. And the first one to go ahead and basically switch sides is this one over here. It's Niger and Chad, I guess. The British will try to move into Ethiopia and Somalia. They do pretty well at Somalia. Somalia isn't they're not in a good time right now. They're in a pretty bad one, in a civil war. And so the British will be able to make some surprising advancements over here. Over here, though, it's not going very good for the British, because like I said, there's massive uprisings in these African colonies because they don't want to be part of the British. And where we see that most right here was right here, where they will lose all of their occupied land. So it's hard to fight this war. Also down here, these guys have just kicked them out, and over here as well as Antarctica. there's probably no fighting in Antarctica. Well, the Turks are now capturing all the land around the strait over here, and it's a big problem. Over here, these guys are able to push down and capture the capital city of Ethiopia. I think it's around here. Can't remember what it's called. And we see the Ethiopians, they're not going down without a fight, but the British are overwhelming them a lot, so I don't know how long they'll last. But there's, kind of a thing to seal the deal down here. South Africa suffers so many rebellions and will switch sides essentially, or rebel against the British. And, this Tanzanian colony is soon to follow, as well as this Kenyan one is about to do the same. They're pushing into Sudan, and have just cut them off from the Egyptian one. The Sudanese one collapses, and the Kenyan one is quick too as well. But the British will knock out the remains of Ethiopia and Somalia. But these guys will now make a lot of advances in, as the British have won the beginning battles, but they're now kind of just fleeing off because this is not good. And Egypt is now suffering a lot of invasion, and the entire colony will break away, leaving just the British here, who will fight so hard for the Suez Canal, but eventually the Africans will re-liberate it, and this strait will soon fall as well. And this war, these guys have met their accomplishments, and it will now disband. And the deal for this is all these colonies in Africa will get their independence. Argentina will get back their land down here, as well as the Falkland Islands, and probably that part of Antarctica. The British lose that. And if I can get the right pixel, there we go. The last thing is over here. Pretty simple. The Turkish will just be getting all the lands they conquered over here, as well as Cyprus, and these Greek islands Greece might just take them back. In fact, they probably will. We'll just say they do that. But the Turkish do get Cyprus. But the Suez Canal is now part of Egypt, and it's heavily guarded by the Free Africans. I lost my train of thought. Oh yes. So the British will now be coming over here because, they just lost this strait, and of course they have the Strait of Malacca, but they want, another major canal or strait or whatever. So they are going to go into Panama. They're gonna siege. They're gonna take the canal, and Panama. They're gonna take the canal and then wipe out this part of Panama. And I was gonna say Panama doesn't stand much of a chance, and they don't. But the what's this called? Darien Gap, is going to pose a little bit of a threat, but it's not much. And the British will go ahead and turn Panama into a colony or annex them. And now so their empire has obviously kind of fallen. But they're gonna try and rebuild it somewhere else, and that somewhere else is the Caribbean. They're gonna go ahead and declare war on all these Caribbean islands that are, of course, independent, and they're just gonna take them. They're also gonna take the Dominican Republic and Haiti, as well as Jamaica. They're not gonna take Cuba though, but they will take the Bahamas, which makes Americans pretty mad. But that was easy. So now they're gonna chill for a little bit, and they are going to go ahead and declare war on Spain. Now, this might seem like a big leap. You just got beat by Africa. I guess it was the entirety of Africa, but yes, they are going to. I keep losing my train of thought. They're going to invade Spain. They'll take their two. I think there's actually a third one, but their little claims over here in Africa. And then they'll take these 3 islands, and they'll advance out from Gibraltar, as they'll activate the alliance they have with Portugal, which was signed like 1300s or something. So the oldest alliance, technically, at least I believe. And the Spanish, they were ready for this, and they're gonna advance into Portugal. The only thing is, the British main forces are in Portugal. They are landing right here, and that is a problem. This area will fall, and they'll advance back into Portugal, now kicking the Spanish all the way out. And it is a slow advance, but they will slowly begin to just take more land from Spain. They now landed in Catalonia, and now over here, and cut off nearly the entire coast of Spain before closing in on them, cutting off the entire coast, and a slow advance towards Madrid will begin, as eventually they will meet the city and take it, and Spain is now gone, and Spain's going to be losing a lot of land, and I guess I did forget to color in Portugal, so they'll now also get any Spanish islands that, Spain had down here, so that is it for this war over here. The British now don't know where to go, because, you're kind of blocked off from Africa. The United States and Brazil don't like you going into the Americas. Asia, that could be okay, maybe. So what they're actually going to do is they're not going to invade Asia just yet. They are going to go over here to Australia and decide to invade them. And so that's great, sure. They're going to land over here and take this land, or this, Tasmania. They're going to land over here on the coast, and they're just going to take as much land, taking Canberra. I always want to say capybara, but no, it's Canberra. I think it's like over here somewhere. They're gonna take that and just kind of go directly through Australia. I mean, there's not much stopping them. They're pretty strong. I mean, Australia is pretty strong. I don't know, 'cause it's like, I feel like I don't really gauge stuff like this very well, but I think, I don't know, it's like, okay, we're just gonna say that, United Kingdom is, or the British Empire is buffed again, and they're just gonna, go through Australia and capture some of the cities over here. And after that, Australia is just left with that. And now they're gone, and now they are, if I can get the right color, a colony of the British, and now they're going into Asia, most immediately after they declared war on Australia, by going after, well, there's this over here, Indonesia, Timor-Leste, and Malaysia, and Brunei, and yeah, all this area. Wait, oh, I forgot to color this in, and then I accidentally colored in Thailand. That part of Thailand is not at war. But they're going to invade over here, taking a lot of land, and they're also going to invade out from this, the Malacca Strait, taking a big portion of this island and this little island. They're then going to go ahead and declare war on Papua New Guinea. What has Papua New Guinea done to you? Nothing. They deserve better. So they're just gonna go roll straight ahead to Papua New Guinea, then take all this land. Just gonna roll through and just take all of this land. Oh, they now meet Java. Is this island Java or the city Java? I don't know, but it's very hard because this island is very populated, and we're just gonna speed things up and say Indonesia's gone now. So, yeah, sorry Indonesia. This is, I don't know, I'm getting rid of this border. I don't know why I drew that in. Yeah. Wait, did I? Oh no, I forgot to do this. See, and now going, why is it, it's glitching again. No, why can't I never find the right pixel? There we go. I can erase the border, and it's honestly kind of looking like an Australian empire now. Don't worry, because these guys are going into the Middle East, and just a lot of these countries over here. Whoever you can invade, just invade them. And that is definitely what we're seeing right now. They're typically invading all their old colonies. So they'll capture this, and then capture this, and, bye-bye Yemen. And from here, move into Oman. Oman is gone. That rhymes. The UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, they're gone. Now they're going to make a landing over here in Lebanon and Israel and Palestine, and, well, it's pretty much just take land and hope it goes well, I guess. That's really what war is, isn't it? I mean, I'm kind of not wrong. Anyway, they are now gonna go ahead and capture Baghdad. Yeah. And my mouse is slow. Iraq is gone. And they're now going to annex these lands. There we go. And if I can erase the borders. Sorry, I know erasing the borders takes a lot of time, but it's annoying to go back and forth each time to pause the video or the recording. So I'll just try and do it quick. Apparently my mouse likes to lag. I keep erasing borders. I shouldn't say I keep, I just sometimes borders are erased by accident. There we go. Okay, so now these guys are looking bigger, and so probably don't want to go into Africa. So where else do you go? Well, you're going into Africa, apparently. They're just going against everything that just happened, going straight into Madagascar, not capturing these just islands over here yet. Some of them are definitely French colonies, but you know, France doesn't matter. They're not going into Mozambique, which is it's definitely risky, and they're taking the whole thing. Africa is watching them, and they're now going into Ivory Coast, and they're kind of seeming to go all over. They're now going to Morocco, and with the help of Portugal, wipe them out. I mean, Portugal probably didn't do much. And now they're going into Tunisia. It's like, really, what are they doing? And, you know, okay, now Djibouti and Somalia. So, you know, what is happening? Like, and, you know, of course now they're going to Gabon and the Congo and Equatorial. Is it Equatorial Guinea? Yeah, it's I can't talk. I don't know what's happening. Basically, British just take a bunch of land in Africa. Now they're going to annex it. Well, they're not going to annex it. They're going to make it part of their own. Well, I mean, they basically just said the same sentence using two different types of, Yep. I don't know what's happening with my brain. It's refusing to work. So let me just erase these borders. But I forgot what I was even saying. Oh yeah, they're just taking land. And you know, that coalition, it is going to try to form again. Except they don't get any they get members. They don't get as many members. And yeah, it's missing a lot of Africa, and South America does not want to. They don't see a point. And the British are going to go ahead and just steamroll through South Africa. But elsewhere, you know, while they're doing that and putting a bunch of their forces in, they are actually pushed back quite a bit. So, you know, maybe that wasn't the best of decisions. I'll be right back. Sorry. So now we see the Egyptians putting their forces here. And right now Africa is kind of just trying to, you know, take as much land as possible, because, I mean, these guys are coming. There's nothing you can do about that. So their first target is going to be Ethiopia. We'll send majority of their forces there, and they're kind of doing this in like different periods. So yeah. Anyway, they're gonna go out and just decide to capture the capital of Ethiopia. And after that, they're not gonna. They don't have a chance really. They're now going to send another portion of their military over here, and it actually doesn't go the best. Why can't I talk? It kind of stalemates because of Nigeria. They're now making a landing over here though, and they kind of send these as like messages to these countries, like, hey, just get out of the way and don't mess with us. And yeah, so no, not that. No, Algeria is gonna fall, and Nigeria is they're not doing too well, and eventually will surrender. And now it's only Egypt left, and their advances are now gone. Suez Canal is now British, and Egypt is now also just gone. And wow, that's definitely intimidating. So yeah, they have let the coalition know, and also the rest of Africa, do not mess with us, because we will not have mercy, and we're stronger now, so, yay. This is gonna take a while. Let me erase the borders. So yeah, that is well, that's definitely intimidating. They did give this to Portugal, just for a thank you. And now they're shifting their focus, and they're shifting it to Europe. Of course, they just invaded Spain, so, it's no reason to do that again. You could invade over here. Okay, they're invading Spain. Sure, I guess. And, they'll walk into Madrid, and Spain is gonna just kind of perish. Andorra is also on that list. And, they're gone too. And, now they're gonna go ahead and go over to the Netherlands and Belgium and say, hey, we're gonna invade you. And, they definitely weren't lying. Yeah, goodbye Brussels and goodbye, what's it called? Amsterdam. And now they're going to actually become puppet states. So yeah. Now they're gonna team up with two countries, being Germany and, of course, Italy. This is, of course, temporarily, probably. So can you guess who they're invading? If you said Austria, you would be wrong. Of course they're invading France. Because France can never catch a break, I guess. They're going to defend against Germany and Italy pretty well. But the British, not so much. They will come around the mountains because, that's what they do. They'll come out of the Benelux, and, now Germany's just going to kind of teleport past the Maginot, or the new Maginot line, or Magnet. It's not, I don't think it's Magnet. Maginot? but the Italians are going to walk through mountains, and well, the French are say they're not doing good, and the Germans are teaching the British blitzkrieg, and well, it's definitely working. France is not doing well. Paris is of course gone, and now France is gone. So you can see this. And France has definitely seen better days. Definitely seen better days. Yeah, this is not good for them. It's kind of like World War II all over again, except this time it's the British and not the Germans. So it's kind of like reverse World War II. That actually, well, I guess that wouldn't, I don't know how to do that, it'd practically be the same, but reverse World War II. I guess I could do it where France is helping out Germany and the British are Germany's helping out France and the British are trying to get rid of France, and maybe. But yeah, France is now left. I mean, they still have Paris, so be thankful for that. But now it is time to go down to Libya. And the British are gonna go ahead and just kind of get rid of Libya for the Italians. The Italians will make a landing, and by that point, Libya is already collapsing. So, yeah, but they are going to take some land from Libya. So yeah, they now link up 2 of their colonies. And, yeah, Italy now has Libya, and Italy has Libya, so they are going to go ahead and leave this pact or whatever. And, Germany, they're going to leave as well, because the British said they were going to help them get Denmark, and the British are not helping them get Denmark. I mean, Germany could just do Denmark on their own, but I don't know. I just need reasons for things that don't make sense, so yes. Indeed. Okay, so next the British, they've got a pretty big empire. They are going to go ahead and go after Ecuador. Now, why go after Ecuador? I have no clue. Maybe the Galapagos Islands. But they're going to land in Ecuador again. Well, not again, but... And, yeah, Ecuador is gone now. And, I guess it's just to have, another colony, because, the British love that. And Ecuador was a fairly weak country, but so are these, but I don't know. Once again, I'm just making up reasons, because yay. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I wasn't feeling as motivated to record today. I was motivated, but I just feel like not doing a lot. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I honestly might just immediately record the 3rd part, because there is going to be a 3rd part that will be releasing on April 7th, I think. If everything goes well. So, yeah. Oh wait, no. This is gonna release on March 24th. the third part is going to release on April 7th, I believe. But anyway, that's enough just talking. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.